past 11, so I think we might as well start. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar presenting DHBW. With me is my colleague Carsten. Because otherwise you will just see my accounts as one of the largest higher education institutions in the German federal state of Baden-Württemberg. At our 9 locations and attached 3 campuses, the university offers a broad range of undergraduate study programs in the fields of business, engineering and social work. So let's see how our model works.
The Baden-Württemberg Cooperative State University is located in Germany and comprises of 12 campuses all over Baden-Württemberg. Our university first initiated a study model combining both academic studies and on-the-job training. The part of academic studies take place at the university, where you gain theoretical knowledge by attending lectures, seminars and simulation games. You join in a course group of around 30 students, a setting which facilitates intensive interchange among other students, as well as with professors and lecturers. Experts from business, industry or social services have a hand in current know-how. Your on-the-job training takes place at a business company or a social organization, your cooperative partner. Here, you run through the different departments, gaining useful experience as an integral part of your full-time studies. And the best part about it, you already earn money while studying. Academic studies and on-the-job training alternate in a 3-month cycle. This allows for applying your theoretical knowledge acquired in lectures immediately to practice. And after just 3 years, you graduate with a bachelor's degree. You can choose from over 20 degree courses with around 100 fields of study in the disciplines of social work, engineering and business. We recommend applying at least 1 year before start of studies on October the 1st. Address your application directly to one of the 9,000 cooperative partners working with our university. If you would like to learn more, visit our website www.dhbw.de.
Okay, so if you maybe listened carefully in the video, they mentioned 12 campuses. We usually talk about 9 campuses, but 3 of those 9 campuses have an additional location which is attached to it, Mosbach, Ravensburg and Stuttgart. So here I've listed the 9 campuses for you to see, and if you take a look at the map on the right, you will notice that the 9 campuses of DHBW are spread all over the federal state of Baden-Württemberg. In the center, Stuttgart, we have our headquarters, but there's also one of the campuses. And the other campuses range from the very north of Baden-Württemberg to the very south and southwest, with Lörrach bordering France and Switzerland. So the campuses are spread over the federal state of Baden-Württemberg to enable students all over the country to participate in our studies. I've listed here the different campuses with the number of students just to give you an impression that we have different sizes of the campuses. So we have smaller campuses like Lörrach with 1,900, Heilbronn still only 1,400, Heidenheim 2,300, and bigger campuses with the biggest being Stuttgart and the attached campus in Horb, Ravensburg, Mannheim and Karlsruhe. So they all have different sizes and they all offer different faculties. So altogether we have 4 faculties at DHBW: Business, Engineering, Social Work and Health Sciences, which are still fairly new and were only introduced a couple of years ago. The business faculty is present at all the campuses, so all the 9 campuses offer courses and programs in business. Engineering faculties are in Heidenheim, Karlsruhe, Lörrach, Mannheim, Moosbach, Ravensburg and Stuttgart. Social work faculties are in Heidenheim, Stuttgart and Villingen-Schwenningen, and health sciences programs are offered in Heidenheim, Karlsruhe, Lörrach, Mannheim and Stuttgart. I think it's important for you to know if you plan to work in one of these fields with one of our campuses, to realize that not all programs in all faculties are offered at all the different campuses. We have programs in English. I mentioned right in the beginning that our programs are taught in German, but partly in English. And the programs that we offer in English are intended to integrate international students. So all campuses offer what we call either international program or international study program. So there are different names, but they all mean that we invite students from our partner universities to come and study with us for 1 semester or 2 semesters. And for those students, we offer these English taught classes. They sit in the classroom, ideally with our DHBW students, which means that our own students also benefit from the teaching in English, which is very important for our graduates to have a good command of the English language. The modules taught in English are mostly offered in the Faculty of Business. We have a couple of modules offered in the Faculty of Engineering at some of the campuses, but usually it's not a full program, meaning it's usually not enough for a student from an engineering department to come and study with us. However, we have a very new program, and it's a unique study program, which is really one of its kind in Germany. That's called New Study in Computer Science. This program is offered in Stuttgart and Moosbach, and the unique feature is that it is a digital dual study program with all the lectures taught online and all the lectures taught in English. So I'm sure that there will be a lot of exchange opportunities arising through this new study program. So far, unfortunately, we have no programs in English in the faculties of social work and health sciences. There are lectures taught in English in those faculties if visiting lecturers come along, but as I said, for the engineering, it's not a full program, so students coming from those departments will not be able to fulfill the entire workload in English. For our international students, in addition to the English taught classes, we provide language support and offer them German language classes. When we cooperate within the Erasmus Plus program, it's important in our case to really point out that although we are one university, we are DHBW, one university, but within the Erasmus programs, we act as 9 individual campuses, and each campus has its own Erasmus ID. So what does this mean for our partners in the Alliance? It means that the partners need to sign an individual interinstitutional agreement with each campus. So if you are from the Alliance and you want to work with DHBW, you would need to sign an interinstitutional agreement with Heidenheim, with Karlsruhe, with Heilbronn, with Moosbach, with Ravensburg, with each individual campus, if you want to work with each of them. It also means that the partners can work with different campuses in different study fields. So for example, you could work with Ravensburg in the field of business, you could work with Mannheim in the field of engineering, you could work with Villingen-Schwenningen in the field of social work, and so on. But it's important for us to point out that you cannot sign an Erasmus agreement with DHBW as a university, but you need to sign them with every individual campus. It's sometimes confusing for our partners, and this is why we really wanted to point it out here again today. The exchange opportunities that we offer are the basic exchanges that everybody does. So it's student exchange for study and work exchanges, internships and apprenticeships, meaning that we also offer internship opportunities for students from our partner universities. We offer staff exchange for teaching, and this is also a very important component for our exchange activities because we always value staff and lecturers coming from our partner universities teaching in English, because it really brings this added value of the language. in addition to a different lecturing style. So we highly welcome lecturers and teachers from our partner universities to come and teach with us. We also have staff exchange for training, meaning mostly non-academic staff who can come and visit us for this so-called staff weeks. We do the short format exchanges, blended intensive programs, and summer or winter schools depending on the time of the year. And we have some joint research projects. So the opportunities for the teachers are obviously they can come and teach, but they can also teach virtually, sometimes also in a teaching cooperation with one of our lecturers. They can be involved in the creation of blended intensive programs for the students. They can be involved in the creation of double degrees, and I'm sure that there are multiple other opportunities. As for the staff weeks at DHBW, we will organize a staff week in 2026 for one of the great challenges being healthy living. But of course, we will also organize various other staff weeks during the time offered at the different campuses with diverse topics. The 9 campuses that I've just shown you are the ones that offer the bachelor programs, but of course we also have a postgraduate studies master program. All these master programs are centralized in one of our campuses in Heilbronn in what we call the Center for Advanced Studies, CAS. So the Center for Advanced Studies is located in Heilbronn, and it offers the postgraduate studies master programs, but they also offer further education for individuals and enterprises and institutions. And these further education programs are aimed at specific competences to advance individuals in their careers. And therefore they are oriented on the actual demands in industry or by social institutions. CAS offers more than 350 modules in business, engineering, social work and health sciences in the formats of individual seminars or individual modules for specific topics, like I said, to advance your career. But they also offer certificates of advanced studies, where you would need to study a package of 2 to 3 modules related to a specific topic, or a diploma of advanced studies, where you would need to study at least 6 modules related to a topic. So these are meant for further education, and for the master programs at the CAS at our Center for Advanced Studies, the students participate in our dual master degree studies, again, like in the bachelor programs in business, economics, technology or engineering, social work and health. The degree study courses are classified as job integrated, which means that the students basically remain in their jobs and integrate the degree study programs into their work life. The dual master study program is practice-oriented, flexible, and students can customize the student content to their precise requirements. In our master programs, we already work a lot with micro-credentials, and they count for this flexibility and for the ability to customize your program. Most of the dual master study programs which are offered at CAS start in summer or winter, whereas I forgot to mention that at our university the bachelor programs all only start in October. Graduates from other types of higher education institutions can also study in our degree programs, provided they are employed. So we don't have any students in our master programs that do kind of a full-time master program. It's always a part-time job integrated, and they work at the same time. At the bottom you can see a link to our Center for Advanced Studies, where you can find out more about the different programs that are offered. DHW, of course, is also engaged in research. For us, research is meant to promote economic and social progress through knowledge and technology transfer. We place a big emphasis on a regional cooperation and an intensive dialogue with around our 9,000 dual partners, including the small and medium-sized enterprises that form the basis for the DHBW as an education, knowledge and transfer partner. For us, it's very important that research is always practice-oriented and is in combination ideally with one of our dual partners. So practical solutions are developed for current requirements of our dual partners in the fields of business, health, technology and social services through these joint research activities, through innovative projects and scientifically based knowledge and technology transfer. The important word here really is the technology transfer and the combination of joint research with the dual partners. If any of you listening in today are interested in research, you will find on our website of the DHBW headquarter website a research map, and I've included the link at the bottom of the page. And here again you see our different campuses, and if you see this map on the website, I cannot show it now. If you click on one of the campuses, it will show the specializations or the fields in which this specific campus is doing research. So if you are interested in cooperating in the research area, this would be a good first point of contact. Otherwise, DHBW also runs a lot of projects across all the campuses, mainly focusing on supporting our professors, for example, through the Academic Career Center, but also developing a lot of reflection tools for our students, for self-reflection projects like DHBW or DigiCo-S, which is for self-reflection. They provide educational material for digital learning scouts, toolboxes. Projects also relate to assessment, to develop the selection process and improve the study successes. EdCon is a project that facilitates and speeds up digital teaching and learning, and to found and grow an education competence network. And projects also focus very much on networking. For example, we have a project that's called FIT, Female Innovation Training, that supports and networks female academics from DHBW and its African partner universities. It says African because FIT is part of an initiative that was started by one of our professors, which is called FIRE, which is a Female International Research Network. And we have also developed projects for concepts to prevent violence, also sexualized violence, in our pedagogic context. If you're interested, again, I've included the website for all these projects. So this was an overview of DHBW as a university, and I would like to just give you one example of one of the campuses, and for obvious reasons I picked my own campus in Heidenheim. So in Heidenheim we are one of the smaller campuses. We are located right in the middle of Baden-Württemberg. We have about 2,400 students, but we have all the 4 faculties: business, engineering, social work and health sciences. The region is a more rural region with a lot of landscape around, and it's characterized by water, forests and heathlands, and it still hosts a lot of industrial sites ranging from small and medium enterprises to big global players such as Voigt, which was one of the companies mentioned in the video in the beginning, and also the Carl Zeiss company, for example, which I think are global players and are known all around the world. So Heidenheim, even being a more rural area with a lot of outdoor activities, still has a big and thriving cultural life. So this is our campus, and our campus, the building that you see here is still fairly new, and it is really a kind of landmark in the city of Heidenheim, together with, if you look at the bottom right picture, together with our castle, which is of course the most important landmark for our city. We have, like I mentioned, the 4 faculties, and our academic calendar in Heidenheim, which is probably very comparable to the other campuses, is from the fall semester, start of October until the end of December, start of January until the end of March, start of April until the end of June, and 1st of July until the end of September. That we have these 4 terms is due to our educational model as it was described, that our students are with our university for 3 months, and then they go to the companies for the 3 months on-the-job training. And we have it in the way that we always have some students at the university and some students at the companies. And therefore we offer classes basically all over the year where students can come and study for, like I mentioned before, one semester or I should say one term or 2 terms, because 2 terms make it then up 1 semester. So this is the academic calendar in Heidenheim, and as I mentioned, it will probably be very comparable at the other campuses. We offer some programs in English, especially to welcome our international students into the student body. And again, as I already mentioned before, also as a means for our own students to improve their English language skills and to give them the chance to study and work with students from other countries, from other cultures. In accordance with our educational model, international students can attend the classes at our university and then possibly complete an internship at one of our dual partners after the study period ends. So they can come, for example, for 1 term to study and then stay on for another 3 to 4 months and do an internship in industry or also in social work. In addition to the academic coursework, we offer a culture program and trips to different cities. And if we have enough people interested, we also organize a trip to Berlin, which is pretty far away from down here, southwest of Germany, Baden-Württemberg. But of course, we also always want to show our international students our capital. To help students better integrate, in Heidenheim, in our university, we have a buddy program which is run by the student representatives of DHBW Heidenheim. And again, what I've shown here and what I explained is just an example of Heidenheim, but we have very similar programs, also buddy programs and everything that I mentioned here, running at all the different campuses of DHBW. Just a couple of pictures of Heidenheim. So again, here you see our castle, our old city hall, another part of the castle, and the river Brenz. A couple of pictures of the surroundings. At the right side, you see the Church of Ulm, which is famous because it's got the highest steeple in the world. You see in the bottom left the new castle in Stuttgart. And Legoland, interesting for smaller kids because that's like Legoland in Denmark. Okay, so that was a brief introduction to one of the campuses, and I would like to finalize and round up this webinar with giving you an impression of our welcome culture here, how we welcome international students, and it's video that was provided by the campus in Ravensburg, but this welcome culture is in all the campuses. So wherever you will send your students, they will be very welcome, and what students think about it will be shown in this video.
Hi, bonjour.
Buongiorno.
Hola. Konnichiwa. Hello.
Hakirajan.
안녕하세요. I come from France. I am from Japan.
Spain, and my family is from Gambia.
Mexico, Germany, France,
Mexico. Korea.
Italy,
What brings me here is to learn multiculturalism and learning English and German. There are many international people who are from different countries like Mexico, Spain, and so on. So that's really good for experience for me, and I'm so enjoying to be here. So the good point of living all together is that we share a lot of moments and it makes a lot of souvenirs. And we also share food and discover a lot of different cultures, like in food, in the way of living. And it's really great to like never be alone and you always have someone, even if you feel bad or something like that, you always have someone like you can talk with him, and that's really good. So the accommodation process was easy and simple because the university helped us with the entire process. It is not that expensive for a student, so that's a really good thing. We just arrived at the dorms at Ravensburg, and they just gave us a key, so we weren't that worried about the whole process. I mean, it's close, the dorms from Ravensburg downtown and from the university, and you can go there by many different ways.
So, talking about mobility, here in Ravensburg it's so easy to go from one place to the other. You can use, since the public transport, which is so secure, your own car if you have, there's no traffic. You can take the bicycle roads, which are really good plan, even by a skate or a scooter, or even walking if you want to make some exercise. That's fast, and you just make like less than an hour.
Living in Ravensburg is funny and it's never boring because you can easily go to a nightclub or a bar or a restaurant or even walk in the nature or hanging out with friends on top of a hill just to breathe some fresh air. Ravensburg is a student city, so you can easily meet new people thanks to a basic level of English or even see all the faces just walking around the city because every place here is near one to each other.
So a special thing about our university is that we have not just one campus, we have many buildings in the city which are around the city center, and we have different workplaces, for example in the library, and also a film lab or a movie lab, and yeah, also the DHBW offers us many opportunities, free time activities. For example, I'm part of a theater group, and we are practicing twice a week for a play which is going to be the main act of the bachelor party.
So here at our university we're working with students from all over the world, and it's very cool and it's interesting since we're not able to get to know the other cultures of all of those students, but we also get to know our own culture better since we can compare it, and getting to know how to work in international teams here in school is very useful, and due to our globalized world I think that's the future, and yeah, it's both interesting and helpful for our future. If you're planning to come here, you can get a lot of good experience, like to live with many friends and eating a German traditional food. You must get a really good experience.
Of course, I will repeat this experience because it's a different way to get knowledge, new people, and visit different places, and also know yourself living far away from home.
I really recommend going on an exchange because it's a very unique experience. It's something that stays with you forever, and it really helps you get out of your comfort zone. It helps you grow as a person and learn a lot of new things that you won't learn anywhere else.
Okay, so I think there's not really much to add to what the students just said. I hope you got an impression of what DHBW is like, and hopefully you also got an impression how interested we all are to welcome your students, to welcome lecturers from our partners, and to welcome our colleagues and staff from our partners for staff weeks and just for visiting for trainings. So thank you very much all for attending, and sorry I forgot. One second.
Sie sind es leid, in lauter Umgebung nicht richtig zu verstehen. Wir machen Schluss damit.
Ups.
Mit unserer neuesten Entwicklung Audi BNI-X ist es uns gelungen, ein Hörgerät zu entwickeln, mit dem Sie jedes Wort wieder gestochen scharf verstehen.
Okay, what I forgot is that, of course, if you want to get in touch with us, and don't have to listen to it all again. If you want to get in touch with us, you can either contact myself or my colleague Karsten. We are the contact persons in work package 6, and then we will just forward your interest to the colleagues at the other campuses or to lecturers or whatever your request is. Okay, and with this, I would like to end my presentation today, and again, thank you very much for attending, and I hope for a very lively and successful exchange with all of you in the future. Thank you and goodbye.